Hey sis, welcome back to Healing, Hustle, and Home. I'm Ashley Springs, educator, mentor, sports mom, and your glow up bestie. And if you're new here, this is the space where we talk honestly about what it looks like to organize your life, strengthen your finances, and build something meaningful, even when your schedule is full and your responsibilities are real. We are currently in season 3, so come sit with me. This is the Reset, Refocus, Rise series, where we're moving from motivation to structure and learning how to build support that fits our real lives, okay? Now, over the past few episodes, we've been walking through the reset phase of this journey, and I love it. We've talked about why so many women, so many busy moms feel scattered all over the place. We talked about emotional clutter and how the noise in our mind can make it harder for us to focus. And today, we are going to talk about something that a lot of women quietly wrestle with. That's purpose. Because we're not just meant to be wives or moms or somebody's employee. Purpose. But not the dramatic version that you often see online. Not the kind that says you need to quit your job, change your entire life. You need to start over. No, girl, not that dramatic stuff. I mean, that could be part of it, but I'm not going to be the one that tells you to do that. We're talking about clarifying your purpose inside of the life that you already have. So come sit with me. Let's talk about it. Grab you a snack, a drink, take off your shoes for a moment. Well, not if you're driving, but if you're folding the laundry, do whatever you need to do. Get comfortable. The word purpose, right? It gets used a lot these days. A lot. Like, sometimes I think it gets overused. And sometimes it gets used in a huge way because we talk about purpose being so dramatic and we talk about our whole life purpose, but we forget that there are seasons. God made seasons just like He made a purpose for our lives, right? So you hear people say things like, find your purpose, walk in your purpose, step into your purpose. And while those phrases can be inspiring, they are meant to be, they can also create pressure. And they can make us feel like if we don't know our purpose or we feel like we don't know our life purpose, then we're missing out or we're wrong or we're late. Because if you are a busy mom and you're juggling work, you're juggling family, responsibilities, hearing that message can sometimes make you feel like you're missing something. Like there's some big calling out there that you haven't quite figured out yet. Most of us don't know our life purpose yet. And truth be told, we don't even really figure it out for a long time or until we look back and see like, oh, that's why. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Now I get it. And that kind of pressure can make our purpose feel complicated. So what I want to do today is offer you a different perspective. Purpose, it isn't always going to be one dramatic decision that changes your entire life. For some people, it could be, right? But that doesn't have to be for you. Sometimes purpose shows up quietly. It can show up in the skills that you already have. It can show up in the things people naturally come to you for help with. What are those things? Think about those things. That could be a part of your purpose now. It could show up in the problems that you feel drawn to solve. I have some friends who are like the best gift givers. They are the most caring people. Like they think about giving, I don't care if it's like a $5 gift, but they are so thoughtful in that way. And sometimes that goes over my head. I don't even think about little things like that. My purpose is something different, but we need those caring gift givers, those caring, and it doesn't even have to be a physical thing, but we need those caring givers in our life to help balance and center us, right? Purpose often it grows from the life that you're already living, not outside of it. It's already in it. I want you to think deeply about that. This is where my passion to help others came from, like just conversations, having general conversations about the things that I love with my coworkers, my friends, like other moms as we're standing there and sitting there watching our kids play ball. One of the reasons that purpose can feel confusing is because busy moms are often focused on taking care of everyone else. So we miss it sometimes. We're taking care of our kids, our family, our work, our responsibilities, like the things that we're supposed to be doing. We're not completely off task, but somewhere along the way, your own interest and your own goals can slowly move to the background. Not because they stop mattering, though, right? Because they do matter. But what happens is that we get into this survival mode and that starts to take priority until one day you pause long enough to ask yourself, wait, what do I actually want to build? It's like one day you just wake up and like, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I said I wanted to do that 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Why is that still in my mind? And the question feels so much bigger than you ever expected because the answer isn't immediately clear. But that doesn't mean that you're lost. It just means that you haven't had time, you haven't had space. Remember that emotional clutter? You haven't had the time or the space to really think about it intentionally. You've been doing everything and taking care of everybody else. And that's exactly why the reset phase of this season matters so much. Because when you clear the noise and slow down enough to reflect, clarity starts to emerge. Just like in the spring when the flowers start to peek through the top of the soil. Yeah. So here's another truth that can free a lot of us, y'all. Like, free us. Purpose is rarely just one thing. Yeah. So, like, why do we get so bent out of shape about that one thing, that big dramatic purpose? It's rarely one thing. And it doesn't have to be one big thing. You can be a dedicated mom and someone who builds a business, boo. Yes, you can be a professional and someone who mentors others. You can care deeply about your family and still want to grow financially, creatively, or professionally. Your purpose can have multiple expressions. Different parts of your life can carry meaning. Different parts of my life, different seasons of my life, different people in my life carry different meaning. And when you allow yourself to see purpose that way, it removes the pressure to figure everything out perfectly. So instead of asking, what is my one purpose? You actually can ask, what am I being drawn to build in this season? Because for me, at the end of 2025, actually midway through 2025, that I started being drawn toward this podcast because I wanted to talk through my life. I wanted to share my stories. I wanted to connect more deeply with others, not just be a quick 30 45-second reel on social media that no one ever can find or come back to. I wanted to connect more deeply with you guys. And it allows your purpose to grow. So just think about it. What am I being drawn to build in this season? Is it, girl, go start your business? Is it, get your finances in order? Is it, it's time to buy that house? Is it, it's time to get rid of that relationship? That's just a real moralistic question. That's going to help your purpose grow over time. So if you are trying to get clearer about your purpose, let me share with you 3 questions. I don't ever want to give you too many, but let's just start with 3. 3 questions that can help guide that process for you. So let's just say the first one. You can always come back to this episode if you don't remember these 3 questions, or if you are driving and you can't remember them. Just pause, come back to the episode, pull over. Don't be dangerous now, girl. The first question is, what problems do I feel naturally drawn to help solve? What problems do I feel naturally drawn to help solve? Sometimes your purpose is connected to the things that bother you the most. Yes, listen, that's why I love organizing some stuff now. And I like to organize everything, like not just physical space. I like to organize time. I like to organize money. I like to organize physical spaces. I just love to organize. I love systems. I don't like chaos. That's part of my purpose, because some people, that's not their department. They don't like planning. They don't like, to do all those things. That's where I come in, because I can help you with your time, your money, your income, your structures. That's just the way my brain works. I feel so at peace when I'm able to do those things. So you have to ask yourself, because again, your purpose is going to be connected to the things that bother you the most. All right. The challenges that you've experienced. That's another reason why I am drawn to these things. Because I've experienced a lot of challenges in my life, from being a teen mom, from growing up in generational poverty. That's what encouraged me to learn so much about finance, and why it's my goal to share everything that I've learned with you. I'm no expert. I'm not the expert of all experts in it, but I'm darn sure going to teach you everything that I have learned over the years about it, so that you can overcome your challenges too. So think about the challenges that you've experienced. What are those? The things that you wish somebody had helped you understand sooner. Those are the things for me. Those are the things that have drawn me to be able to talk through and do what I do now. And it still makes me a little teary-eyed. It's still I get so passionate about it, because I absolutely love it. And I believe it is part of my God-given purpose. The pain, the challenges, the grief, all of those things I went through, I believe it was now. I didn't believe it then. I didn't know it then, because it was a part of the struggle. But now, looking back, I realized through my prayer, through getting through those challenges, that it was a part of my purpose. Those experiences often become the foundation for how you help others. It helps us empathize. It helps us to be able to see the questions that those people that we're helping might ask, the reasons why the people that are in the situations might be there. It helps us be able to have a heart and patience and understanding, so it doesn't feel like the support that we're providing is coming from a textbook, or it feels fake, or it feels like it belongs to someone else, because it's a part of who we are. It's the foundation. The second question is, what skills or strengths do people already come to me for? What are those? What are those? What do people say? Let me ask Ashley. Think about the conversations you had with friends, with coworkers, with family members. What do people ask you for help with? What is it? Is it organization? Is it encouragement? financial advice, planning, teaching, those patterns are clues. They often point us toward the areas where your natural strengths already exist. And the other question is this one: what kind of life do I want to build moving forward for my future? Now, don't just think about this in terms of work. I want you to think about it in terms of lifestyle. Think about the time freedom that you want to have. Think about the financial stability. Like, I want to live near the water, near the beach. I want to travel, right? Think about those things for you. Think about the freedom. Think about the impact that you want to have. I want to be remembered by the positive impact that I left on the world and every single person that I touched in the world. Think about the growth that you want to have. When you think about the life you want to create over the next several years, your purpose often begins to take shape around those values. And once you begin clarifying what matters to you, the next step is, guess what? Giving those priorities space in your life. Because we can't say that, okay, I'm trying to walk in my purpose, I'm trying to reach my future goals, and then just leave them there. You actually have to create the space, the structure, so that it's not just an idea. Purpose without structure stays an idea. It stays something that you just think about, something you just talk about, but not something you constantly build. And remember, we said we're moving away from just motivation. We're moving into building this season. And that's exactly why the next phase of this season is refocus. Because once you reset the noise and you've clarified what matters, that next step is truly organizing your time in a way that supports it. I wanted to start this podcast. It was on my heart to connect more with you. I had to make sure that it didn't just stay an idea. It didn't just stay a thought. It didn't just stay written on my paper. I had to structure what I was doing, how I was using my time in a way that supports me actually building it, to make it realistic. So we're going to talk more about planning, realistic planning that fits your life, time management that works for busy moms, for working individuals, and how to create a weekly structure that helps your priorities move forward consistently. Because purpose isn't something that you discover once and then forget about it. It's something that you build over time. So before we wrap up today, I want you to remember this for me. You don't have to quit everything to walk in your purpose. No, it should be a part of your life. Just look around. Ask yourself those questions. You don't have to start over. Sometimes the most powerful changes happen when you begin intentionally inside of the life you already have. Clarity comes first. Structure comes next. And consistent action brings the growth. So if today's conversation, if it helps you think differently about purpose, I want you to share this episode with another woman who might need it too. Somebody out there needs it. I need you to hit that share button right now. And if you want a space where we keep doing this work together with structure, accountability, and community, you can learn more about the Becoming House on the school platform in the show notes, because I want you to come sit with us. I'm Ashley Springs, your Glow Up bestie, and I'll see you here next week.